So we're talking about slope-intercept form of a line. So the equation is y equals mx plus b. What does that m stand for? Slope. What about the b? The b is our y-intercept. Y-intercept. Y'all mind if I abbreviate that? So slope and y-intercept. So about the slope, just something about the slope. The slope I would prefer if it were a fraction. Needs to be a fraction. It doesn't have to be a fraction, but it's easier to graph when it is. And we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. All right. My y-intercept. Thank you, dear. My y-intercept can be a fraction. It doesn't have to be, right? So what do we know about the y-intercept? It intersects the y-axis, so it crosses. Crosses the y-axis. And when we're graphing, this is where we begin. Sorry, my handwriting is not very good on this. It's going to take me some practice. It's the beginning. And if you'll notice, we call it the B. It's the beginning when we graph. Huh? Ha ha. That's going to help you remember, though. So let's practice graphing one of these. So let's say I've got the equation y equals, see, Laura, give me a slope, any slope. It can be a whole number, it can be a fraction, whatever you want. Any number. 2? 2 works. 2x. And then let's see. Plus 7? Sure. Thank you, sir. So y equals 2x plus 7. So what I'm going to do is we're going to sketch this. So I'm going to draw a y-axis. I'm going to draw an x-axis. Ah, because where am I beginning on this y-axis? Where am I beginning? No, where am I beginning? 7. So it's kind of high up there, right? So I can see that I'm probably not going to need a whole lot of negative numbers, negative values on the y-axis, right? All right, so if I begin at 7, so I'm going to just kind of sketch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bless you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 5. All right, so we're going to graph. So where do I begin? At the y-intercept at 7. So that's where I'm going to start. So I'm going to, bless you. Oh my. So I'm going to put a point at 7 on the y-axis. So I'm going to go up to 7 and put a point. Is that okay so far? Do I need a pause? All right. So then my slope is 2. So remember I said I'd like for my slope to be a fraction? How can I make 2 a fraction? 2 over 1. So my rise is 2 and my run is 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at that 7. I'm going to go up 1, 2, and then right 1 and put a point. And I've kind of run out of space, right? So could I go backwards?
Yes.
So I could go down 2 and then left 1, down 2 and left 1, down 2 and left 1. So how many points do I need to draw a line?
2.
I need at least 2, but I can have more, right? The more points, the more accurate my line's going to be, right? The more accurate my line's going to be. So then I'm going to kind of connect the dots. I'm going to connect those dots and make that line. It's a little wobbly, but I think it's pretty good for drawing it on a touch screen. I'm pretty proud of myself. So how do we feel about graphing lines from slope-intercept form? Is this something y'all have done before? Kind of a little bit? You vaguely remember it? Like it's something that's in the back of your brain, you've done it before, but maybe some more practice, yes? We can do that, no worries. All right, so today what I want to do is I want to focus on writing those equations, okay? And at the end of class, if we have time, I'll come around and give y'all some stamps. Remember those stamps I gave y'all, what was that, last week? And we'll practice graphing some too. So the first thing we're going to do, example 1 says, and I'll zoom out some so that y'all can write this down. We're going to write the equation of the line that passes through the 2 points 5, -8, and 3, -4 in slope-intercept form. Yes, and you can abbreviate if you would like. Yes, please write this, and you may abbreviate. So write the equation of the line that passes through the points 5, -8, and 3, -4. All right, so to write the equation in slope-intercept form, there's 2 things we need. What are those 2 things? Well, we've got 2 points, yes, but I won't always give you 2 points. So slope-intercept, remember our warm-up? Slope-intercept, what were the 2 things that I gave you? I gave you a slope, and I gave you a y-intercept. So to write an equation in slope-intercept form, those are the 2 things we need. We need a slope, and we need a y-intercept, right? So that's what we're going to do. So this is a 2-step problem. What we have to do is we have to find the slope, and then we have to find the y-intercept, and then we can write the equation. Yes, sir. You found it already? Man, go Speed Racer. Nice. So what did you do first?
I plugged into the y equals mx plus b.
So step 1, what did you plug into y equals mx plus b?
Oh, I found the slope.
We have to find this. So step 1, I'm going to write find m. Is that okay if I abbreviate by saying find m? Because m means slope, right? So my slope formula is m equals y. That should have been a y. Sorry. My x turned into a y. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Yes? So here I have x1, y1, x2, y2. So my slope is going to be m equals -4 minus a -8 over 3 minus 5. So -4 minus a -8, what do I need to do there? What's minus a negative mean? Ooh, I see it there. A positive, right? So it's a double negative is a positive. So -4 plus 8 gives me what? If I'm down 4 and I go up 8, I've got 4, positive 4, perfect. So 4 over, and 3 minus 5 is 2? Negative 2. Good teamwork. So then 4 divided by negative 2 is?
What happened? Wait.
Oh, 4 divided by
One.
negative 2 over 1. So my slope is negative 2 over 1, or negative 2, right? So I've got step 1. So that's just like what we were doing last week, right? Finding that slope. So then step 2, did everyone get step 1? I don't want to move on too quickly. Is everyone okay with step 1? So step 2, I'm going to move my screen over. Step 2 is all right. So first, just like the first example, first I want to find my slope. What do I need to do to find the slope for this problem? Do I have to use the slope formula? No, it's given, isn't it? So I have my slope is negative 3. So step 1's already done, right? Step 1. So if I write it step 1, m equals negative 3. Done. We don't have to do anything. You all agree? Yay! No math. All right, step 2, we're going to find b. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use that y equals mx plus b. I'm going to plug in what I know. I know that y is what? 13. So I have 13 equals m is negative 3 times x is negative 2, because the negative time, we are going to get a positive, right? Because negative times a negative is a positive, plus b. So now we have an equation with everything substituted except for what we don't know, that b value, right? So to solve for b, negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6 equals 13 plus b. And then I can subtract 6 from both sides. I've run out of space. That's okay.
The 13 is the y.
Ah, because the 13 is the y value in that point. Because the point is negative 2, 13, so that's x and y. Good question. All right, so then 6 from 13 is 7. So 7 equals b. So then what's the equation of this line? Beautiful. Y equals negative 3x plus 7. All right. What we're going to do is I have 2 practice problems. And I want you to work in your groups to solve these. I'm going to come around and check on you, see how you're doing. I'm also going to give you all some stamps because I want you to practice graphing these. So let's graph both of these problems also. And we're going to check them together.